Hi, this is Terri Vaughn, and this is the Humor Mill TV.
Hi, this is Kalia with Humor Mill TV, and I am sitting here with my wonderful guest, Terri Vaughn. So how are you today?
I'm wonderful.
Did you have fun at the photo shoot?
I did.
Oh, it was fun watching you.
Thank you, I had fun.
I've been watching you for years, so ever since the Steve Harvey show and everything, and I always thought that you were such a great comedic actress, and so just watching you over the years, I was like, I wonder what really made her want to get into this. So can you tell us a little bit about that?
Well, honestly, it wasn't a journey that I chose. It was a journey that was given to me.
Oh.
I was in school. I was actually in college going to school for advertising.
Oh.
And a friend was recruiting girls to participate in a Miss Black California pageant. And so some of me and my girlfriends, we decided to do this pageant for fun. And just so happened one of the judges was a producer of a play that was getting ready to tour the country. And so after the pageant was over, he asked me if I would be interested in auditioning for this play. And at this I didn't know anything about acting as a career. I didn't know what he meant by going to audition. So I was like, okay, well, what's that? What do I do? So he said, you know, show up at this place with a theater, bring a picture and a resume, and just show up at this time. And I was like, okay. So I show up with a picture. It was like a regular snapshot color picture. I was probably posing like this or something, like my photo shoot today. And I bought a regular working resume. Like I had been working at the Marriott for 3 years or whatever. So I show up at the audition with this stuff. And when I get to the theater, there's like all these actors there. And they're all like thespian and doing their humming exercises, breathing. Yes, they're doing all of that. And stretching and all that. And I just kind of sit on the stairs in the corner and just wait for them to call my name. And finally call my name and I go in and I meet the director, and he's this real like artsy Berkeley type, real serious director. He went to ACT and all this stuff. So he gives me the material and he tells me to go ahead and read it. So I can read, so I'll go ahead and I read it. And he says, okay, babe, can you read it again for me? But this, he's all like this. Okay, to read it again for me, but this time, this character, she's real sassy. So can you read it for me, sassy? So I read it again, and this time I'm, you know, put a little sass on it because I am sassy myself at this point in my life. I was very sassy. So I read it again, and I put some little sass on it, and you know, I go home, and that night they call my house and offer me a part to tour the country with this play, and they're gonna pay me like $400 a week, and I was like, what? I was like, that was a lot of money. Shoot, I wish I was making that right now. So, you know, I talked to my mom. I was like, Mom, because I hadn't quite finished school, and told her what was going on, and she was like, yes, go for it. You'll never have an opportunity like this where somebody's going to come and offer you to travel around the country to perform and get paid. And so it was just really out of the blue. It was really just what God wanted me to do, and he just made it happen. He gave it to me. So I toured with that show for 2 years. Trained with that director I told you about. He traveled with us and he trained us while we were on the road. Oh wow. So I was getting all this training, and he gave us all these books, Stanislavski, Uta Hagen, and I just got bit by the bug. I loved it. I loved it. And I was doing those stretching and all that. And we were on tour, and I got bit by the bug, moved to LA, kept studying, taking workshops, meeting people.
Because you're from San Fran.
Yes. Yeah. From San Francisco, and that's her story, as they say.
And you was on Family Matters at one point.
Yeah, I did. I got a guest spot on Family Matters, and then they called me and they made the character recurring. Did that. I did a couple of guest spots on, I did Living Single, Sinbad. So I was just doing little gigs here and there. And then, like my 5th year in LA is when I booked the Steve Harvey show. And it was just amazing, and it was quick. You know, that's a quick turnaround. I know a lot of people that have been there for a long time and haven't gotten a break like that, and that was amazing.
Because that was on for 5 seasons, right?
It was actually on for 6 seasons.
6 seasons.
I was on for 5.
Oh, okay.
Because they did a season without me.
Gotcha. Nerves.
Well, they didn't know.
They didn't know.
But obviously, they saw the show was missing something, so.
They had to get that sass factor. So now when you was on the show, like a lot of our readers, they always want to know kind of like the behind the scenes. So what were some of your favorite like behind the scenes moments with Steve or Cedric?
You know, that was such an amazing time, and I really, I doubt if I ever get the opportunity to work in a special situation like that, because it was really, really special from the start. Steve and Cedric and Wendy and Merlin, God bless them, and Will, they were, I mean, we all immediately were like this.
Yeah.
It was never any question, and we're still very close to this day. And just learning the comedic timing thing, learning that from Steve and Cedric, that was priceless. Priceless. And it was the best. And I had a ball with Wendy. We were like sisters and played, and it was a yummy time of my life.
Oh, that's fun. Now you've done film and television, so what's your favorite between the two?
I've always loved television. I do. I love the half-hour genre. I love comedy. I love bringing laughter to people's lives. I love laughing myself. So I like sitcom. I like being on TV.
Oh, that's good. Now, a lot of people kind of remember, of course, Lavita Jenkins. Oh wait, I'm not saying the full name.
Lavita Alizé
Lavita
Jenkins.
Alizé Jenkins.
And then Lavita Alizé Jenkins Robinson.
Because she got married. Now, you also played a character in Don't Be a Menace in
hilarious.
South Central while drinking gin and juice in the hood.
I never remember that title.
It's so long.
It is very long.
How was that?
Funny. That's an interesting story actually, because I got the call that they were actually shooting the movie. They were filming the movie. Got a call that Keenan wanted to see some girls right away for this part.
Yeah.
And they're in there shooting on the soundstage, shooting the movie, and he's seeing girls in his trailer auditioning for this part
in the trailer.
Yeah. So it's like, you know, it wasn't a lot. It was a few of us out there, and I went in. He told me what he was looking for, what he wanted the character to do. So I just felt like it was really one of those moments where it was like, okay, Terry, this is really weird. So you either don't go all out for it.
You gotta commit.
Exactly, because it was such a weird audition and a weird part to audition for. So I went in there and I just went buck wild, just turned into this character. I think her name was it Keisha?
Keisha.
I can't remember. But I just went buck wild in his trailer, just and he was like, got the part. Went to wardrobe right then. Went to wardrobe, got on makeup, and went on the soundstage and shot the scene.
That is hilarious.
That's how that job happened.
I'm saying your experience has been on it.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
That is fun. Now you came on the scene, and obviously the industry has changed, you know, full circle. So what do you think the biggest challenges in the industry now, like within the last 2 years, with all the writer strikes and the SAGs that may be coming up soon?
Well, I mean, of course, the biggest challenge is opportunity. Having the opportunity to even audition for roles. There's not a lot of roles. And the roles that come, you know, there's so many of us that are out of work and unemployed. So you know, it's tighter, and you gotta find your way to stay motivated.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, I always tell people, everybody's like, I want to get into acting, I want to be an actor. And it's like, you know, it's just not for everybody because it's a crazy life. It's not the glitz and glamour. That is such a very small part of it. And you're lucky if you get to taste any of that ever in your career. You're very lucky if you get to taste any of that. So we're all really crazy, obviously. You have to be crazy to want to do this for a living, because really our job every day is to go out there. What we experience every day is we go out there, we are totally judged from head to toe based on how you look, your weight, your age, your color, your hair, your just things that you have no control over because you're only you. And most of the time it's no. Thank you, no. Thank you, no. That's our life on a daily basis.
Yeah.
You have to be crazy to want to live that life. And you know what? And I just can't see me doing anything else, which is crazy. So it makes me crazy. I'm crazy.
Crazy, sassy.
That's the only way. You have to be crazy and you have to be sassy. That's the only way you can make it in this business, damn it.